So today's video is not going to be about any of the academic related studies. It is going to be a little bit, we're going to discuss a different topic today. So let us start. So today we are going to discuss about the particular word that is respect. Now see, this is an educational channel, so whatever I discuss, it would be somewhat relatable to a student as well as a teacher or the parents. See, nowadays people always complain. I hear everyone complaining, even I did at some point. I heard people complaining that the present day students, they have this lack of respect for their teachers as well as their parents. So this is what I have been hearing a lot, and I have seen it myself. So about all the students, suppose if there are 100 students and out of that 90 students, all right, would be the ones who do respect their teachers, but 10% are there who not at all has got any respect, and there are some other factors for that. We will talk about that later. So talking about the 90%, why am I saying that it's not like they don't respect you or they don't respect anyone? The thing is that they do respect, but the way of showing their respect has just changed over the years. So earlier, when we were students or our parents were students, when our teacher comes and tells us something, we just oblige to it, and we do whatever he or she tells us. But present day, it's not like that. Present day, if you just come inside and tell a student that do this, they would ask you 100 questions that why this, ma'am, even though respectfully. Some might be there who might just speak out of bluntly on that particular action of yours. So I would say that it's not 100% their fault, because you see, time has changed. We all need to accept that time has actually changed. We cannot keep on expecting things that used to be few years ago, that why it is not like this now, earlier we used to do, why they are not doing that to us. So we cannot keep on thinking like that. One of the reason is that while we grew up, that is the phase that we grew in, we have seen both the aspects, the time before the internet and the time after the internet. We have seen both. That is why we have learned over the phase. We know that through the phase of time how things change, and it did not impact us that much. But if you talk about a present day student, then right from the time they are into this world, they have got internet in their life. So you see, whatever they want to learn, they can directly Google and then get the result. Right now, let's say for example, if we're going to teach a particular topic, say the videos I have been sharing, okay, 1 or 2 videos, so you don't have to keep on waiting for me to explain it to them. If they have that interest, then they can directly Google and check it for themselves. So because of this, somewhere just creating a thought in your mind that if I can learn this particular thing from outside, why do I have to listen to everything that he or she is telling me? So this is one of the attitude that they develop, and it's not entirely their fault. It's the fault of, you can say, the system. So we have taken in the technology and the internet along with it, we've given it to the children, but we fail to make them understand that how to value it, that just learning through a virtual world is not enough. You need to interact with people, and we have failed to somewhere show the love that they are asking for. So the reason that they are so different from us is because of the technological changes, or you can say because of internet. It has got a very vast change. So looking at the scenario from their side, that is the present day students, what keeps on going on in their head, they think like our teacher or whoever the person is teaching us, or say our parents, they don't know anything about what we go through. Yes, this is what exactly they feel, that they don't know anything about how life is with all these distractions and all, and they are just commenting that you're not studying and all. So we need to understand from their point of view too, that how is life for them right now. You can question yourself, how many of us, after having this Facebook, Insta and YouTube and all this thing, internet packs, especially after Jio came, how many of us actually spend time doing physical things? I think most of us spend more time in the phone. So how can you just judge a child and tell them that yeah, you're using phone the whole day, don't use, it's a bad habit, go and study? It's not that easy if you yourself cannot resist the temptation of using the phone. So we need to understand how to tackle this. So I would suggest all the parents out there to indulge more with your kids. Talk to them often when they are at home. When you all are right now, you all are at home together. So instead of being busy at your own phones, sit together, have tea together, or say, while you have tea, give them some good milk or something. I don't know what. So sit together, talk to them, ask them how their day went, and create this everyday routine kind of a thing in your home. Include talking, sitting together at a table or say at a bed, wherever, and then talking. Make this a regular habit at your home. Even the students, I would suggest you to do this with your parents. Ask them to give you at least 1 hour in a day where you all sit together, or say have dinner together. This is the best thing. Sit together and have dinner together always. Not be that kind of family where parents eat separate, children eat separate, father eats separate, mother eats separate. This is not a healthy family habit. If you want to develop a very good relation with your family and become a good person, then one thing, a very simple thing, is that you need to sit together and eat food together, because that is a best time when all the topics come out and you start discussing and talking. Now when I say eat food, doesn't mean that you just sit and eat and go away. No, talk to each other. That is the best way that you can create a good environment at your home. Also, for all the teachers out there, this is for my personal experience, by the way, what I would like to say is that please lend a hand to the students. Try to see the world from their perspective too, and try to understand when they say that I'm not interested in a certain topic. Try to understand why they are saying that. I'm not saying that they might always be right, but you're a teacher, right? It's our duty to acknowledge their problem and then understand them and try to make things easier for them. So my suggestion is that what I have done myself is that I talk to them a lot. So when I enter a classroom, first we greet each other, and then before I start any topic, first 5 or say 2-3 minutes, I always talk to them. I always try to bring in element of fun in my classes, like when I'm explaining science. So in between, I bring outside facts also. I discuss with them. I encourage them to share what facts they know. And sometimes, we talk. Yeah, I do a lot of talking in the classroom. And that is how I develop a very, close relationship with the students. And this is I think in today's world, we cannot be the same like we used to be few years back. That a teacher comes and then take the chalks and turn back and teach on the board and keeps on explaining, and the student just listen and write down. Now this is not the way things would be anymore, because I don't think that this way is working anymore. So presently, if you want more involvement from your student, more recognition, or say you want them to learn more, then this is the best way. Please talk to them. This is the only way they will interact with you. They will open up to you, and whatever problem they are facing, they will come and share with you. And if they have any doubts, they will come to you and ask you. We need to change. The basic thing is that we all need to change. We cannot keep on practicing the way things were that few years back. Okay, we cannot keep on practicing the same values or same systems. We need to bring about some kind of change in the way we interact with students. It's not that we are being too friendly with them. It's nothing like that. It's a fact. Okay, few years back, say around 10 to 20 years back, when we need to make friends, what do? We go out, we play in the ground, and then somehow we make few friends, and we are friends with them. And nowadays, if you want to make friends, what do? You open your mobile phone, tick, 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 you open Facebook, Instagram, and then you talk to them in the DM, install Messenger, and you talk to people there. So this is how things have changed. Such a fast, rapid growth of making friends. Can you see that? And then you share pictures, they like your pictures, and then you follow each other, or etc, etc. This is how life is. So we need to adapt to this. In the same way, we need to bring this change in the classroom also. We need to talk to students. We need to share stories. We need to be funny sometimes. It's not like you will become a clown or something, but we need to be funny. We need to be talking to them. Just be friendly. Let us produce good people, not just by teaching them few academic topics, but teaching them values. You can do that through your stories. I often do stories in my classes. I bring some interesting facts from I keep on researching things, and I bring out interesting facts, and I share that in my class, and through that I try to give them some moral lessons too. So this is how I do it in my class. So I hope all the teachers out there and all the parents out there, you will try to lend a hand towards your child or your students. They would return that favor back to you. Trust me, you would be amazed by the love they give back to you, and that is really rewarding. I don't think anything else can fulfill that kind of an happiness inside you. So everyone, love you all so much. Take care. Bye bye. And I miss you all very much. Bye.